Avoid these 5 mistakes if you want to lose weight with Hashimoto's. Now, what's imperative to know is that when we have thyroid issues and Hashimoto's, weight loss does not work the same. Hashimoto's weight loss really is different. So that's why it's so important that when you're losing weight with Hashimoto's, that you're doing it specifically for Hashimoto's. So mistake number 1 is cutting your carbs too low. Yes, in theory, less carbs can help you lose weight. However, with Hashimoto's, it doesn't work the same. If your carbs are too low, if you're following maybe a paleo diet or an AIP diet, while that can be helpful for Hashimoto's, it can backfire with weight loss. We need carbs for our thyroid. And if we don't have enough carbs, that can actually slow down our thyroid and it can cause more inflammation in our body, as well as more immune system confusion. Now, mistake number 2 is eating too much fat. Now, again, fat is not bad for us, and good fat is good. But when people don't properly combine their fat and their carbs, and there's a very, very specific ratios of carbs and fat that you want to put together so that you can properly lose weight with Hashimoto's, most people are doing higher fat and not enough carbs. And that's why weight loss is not working for them with Hashimoto's. Mistake number 3 is over exercising. Now, when I say over exercising, I'm not saying that you're doing 3 hours at the gym. It's very person specific. And over exercising for one person could be doing an hour spin class. Over exercising for another person could be jogging for 30 minutes. So it's really important to listen to your body. But when you do too much for your body and then you feel tired after, that is how you know it's too much. And what happens is that if you do too much for your body, the body will treat the exercise as stress and it will raise your cortisol levels. And so while exercise is good for you, if your body feels it's too much and it feels it's stressful and it raises cortisol, that cortisol is only going to make you gain weight. Plus, the cortisol will increase inflammation and it will further confuse the immune system, which we definitely don't want with Hashimoto's. Mistake number 4 is detoxing in a way that's too harsh. Yes, it is important to support the liver. And yes, a healthy, good functioning liver is very helpful for good thyroid function and for Hashimoto's. However, most detoxes out there are too harsh for Hashimoto's. It pushes out toxins too quickly. The herbs that are used are often not properly dialed in with Hashimoto's. They can be contraindicated with Hashimoto's. So most cleanses are too harsh and will only backfire. It will increase cortisol. And just like with too much exercise, it's going to be too much on the body. So for Hashimoto's, it's really important to do gentle detoxes, ones that are specifically meant for Hashimoto's, not harsh detoxes. And then mistake number 5, and so many people make this mistake, and that is thinking that supporting your thyroid is enough without supporting Hashimoto's. When you have Hashimoto's, the problem is really twofold. Yes, your thyroid becomes slow, excuse me. But the reason it becomes slow is because the immune system is actually attacking the thyroid. So it's the immune system that's confused and creating the thyroid attack. And so, yes, we want to support the thyroid, and that could be done with thyroid medicine or certain nutrients, depending on where you are on the hypothyroidism spectrum. But most people just leave it right there. They don't do the next thing, which is supporting Hashimoto's. And that means really looking at all of the different things that are actually creating that immune confusion. Because if we only support the thyroid and not Hashimoto's, the immune system is going to continue to attack the thyroid, and the thyroid will become slower and slower, making weight loss harder and harder. So, you want to make sure you're supporting your thyroid while at the same time also supporting the immune system. For more on exactly what to do so that you're not making these mistakes and what to do instead, please see below.